Keep that shit real. Yo, we back. Another episode of S.Y.S.M. I am your boy Just Right. I got my man William Head with me today.
Billy back.
What's going on, man? How you been?
Nothing much, bro. You know how it is.
Living the life.
Living the life.
I already know. I asked you to be on this episode with me, man. We talking NBA, man. First half of that season is officially over. They usually say it get real after the first half of the season. So I just wanted to kind of revisit the first half and get some of your thoughts, on what we've been seeing transpire going into this AllStar game.
Okay.
And definitely got to get your prediction for who you think gonna win this AllStar game too. But so far this season though, man, Phoenix has really been holding it down as far as coming back from being in the finals last year, unexpectedly being in the finals. I don't know if people expected them to be this good again.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Earlier in the year, I feel like people didn't even, like they was just one team. I remember even criticism hearing like that might have been their only chance type thing. The window was perfect, the way people was injured and all that.
Right.
They came back and Chris Paul just showing who he is.
Right.
Time after time.
Devin Booker. You got Mikal Bridges has really stepped his game up this year. DeAndre Ayton, pay that man. Please. For real. He looking terrific. And then they added pieces like JaVale McGee coming off the bench is huge. Bismarck Biyombo. Like they just, that was the problem with Giannis last year, the size. Once Ayton went out, who couldn't stop him no way. But once he went out, then you really limited with, trying to guard Giannis to it. Now we got some size. So and I say we because, I fuck with Phoenix real hard because of Chris Paul. But we'll see what happens with that. I think in the West, for real, Golden State will be the one team I see standing in the way only because, they got that championship pedigree, and then Clay is back now. And now I will say at this point he's really back now. He can. It was kind of inconsistent, but he can get you them numbers, man. He can
shake the rust off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
By the time playoffs get here, I don't think we're gonna be talking about no rust no more. That's what I'm foreseeing. And you got Draymond ain't been playing neither. So it was
super key.
That's because they say he the glue, and really you ain't got to say it. We can see it. Like it's been that way in Golden State. He just holds them together. But with him being hurt, Phoenix and Golden State were like battling for 1 and 2, like up until Draymond got hurt, and now Phoenix is kind of taking off with the number 1 spot, and Golden State has kind of fallen off. More than that, though, them Golden State they're not really falling off like that. I think they're still number 2, but Steph in that MVP talk has kind of fallen back some.
Down.
Yeah,
because he was doing that crazy shit at first. And now, come back, especially when that's your game. You know what I mean? You shooting 3 balls, it's harder to shoot. You ain't go, and then when the percentages of you missing them is always greater, of course.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So when he had one of them games, he banging them.
He go away with just a bad night.
Yeah, he done had too many of them games where he just not shooting well this year for his style of game. It's gonna be highlighted so much when he don't shoot well, because that's what you expected him to do. So I think the MVP talk has kind of died down, but them still winning games and still being right there and being scary as hell, is definitely still at the forefront. Well, what about the Grizzlies, man?
Oh man, I love to see that boy move.
He cold,
for real. If I don't know nothing, that boy is cold.
Yeah, man.
He the best player to watch out of the the MVPers at least.
Yeah, he the funnest to watch. You think?
Yeah, like when he got it going, it looked better.
Yeah, he bound to do something that's gonna be kind of amazing to you. Like,
you'd be like, damn, how you get that off though?
Yeah,
like after even the last minute.
Right.
Like, damn, I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, he be throwing up some shit. And he'd just punch on you. And he's shooting the ball better. Everything about his game, he probably if I was in the past saying that, he on the way, he's arrived. Yeah. He is here now, John Morant. But then he got pieces around him, man. The Baines kid is really emerged this year. He shoots the ball tremendously well. Jaren Jackson is one of my favorite bigs in the league, for real. Yeah. He's a Michigan State Spartan, so I'm rooting for him. But He cold though for real, man. Jaren Jackson could play with anybody for real.
They probably just ain't got enough as far as a deep run, but
yeah,
they can shock somebody.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks can really play. I mean, they got a decent team, man. They really do. I mean, I'm sure I'm missing some guys on their squad. But they can make some noise, but like you said, to make that deep run, I don't see it yet. Maybe they'll surprise us. I don't know. Utah, you still got Utah out there. They to me,
yeah, I ain't even got to see a lot of Utah. I was just saying, a couple games, but they don't seem like they as ferocious as they was. Like the last couple of years, it seemed like during this time, people was talking about Utah.
Right.
Like it seemed like they was a strong competitor. There's people acting like they might be like early round, like they can lose to anybody or something.
Yeah, 1 minute they'll be talking real high about him. Next minute it's like blah with them. You know what I mean? I think Donovan Mitchell being out for a little second, and then what's the one guy's name? The lefty, the white guy, Joe Ingles. He's out for the season. He ended up getting hurt for the season, so that kind of messes it all up for him. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. Moving on to Denver. Denver still they don't got Jamal Murray right now, which hurts them like crazy. But
they crazy. I done seen them play a few times.
Jokic.
Man.
Yeah, that's what okay. I don't know how he does it the way he does it, but he gets it off, man. He gets it off so consistently, man. Yeah. I mean, to be, in a league full of these athletes, everybody's so athletic. For him to be so, seemingly non-athletic.
Yeah, it'd be just so fluid, though. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And he control the rock all the time. He just be.
Now he will bring it up. He'll just go in the post. He get in the half court, do what he got to. He diamond. He scoring. If he shoot it, I think it's bucket every time. Like it's like God.
I'm bothered when he shoot it most of the time.
Yeah. He just I don't know. He just got a knack for it, man. He's just really really good. Luka Doncic, they done traded Porzingis out of there, so he out there. More so Dolo now. You know what I'm saying, doing his thing. He had 49 last game right before AllStar break. And I just heard his name start to get mentioned a little bit more when they talking about some MVP. They done won the last 6 games. But them as a team, I ain't sold. I don't know. But him as an individual, oh, my gosh. This guy is awesome, man. He is awesome.
Unstoppable.
Good word for it.
Yeah, because he ain't nothing ridiculous about it that he just ridiculous at all of it.
Yeah.
It ain't like he's super ridiculous fast.
Nah.
But he just
his right size. He just knows how to keep the game at his pace at all times. He never gets sped up. That's what's crazy. Because they're faster than him. They're quicker than him, like everything. But he makes you play at his speed. Yeah. And he's kinda super like effective.
Similar like Jokic, but he more like on the wings with it. Like just
right.
Like, damn, he got me with that move. It wasn't really
right. Right. Hey, you know what I love about those guys is they allow me to argue with somebody who doesn't know anything about like a Larry Bird or something. I'd be like, well, hey.
Yeah, they're fundamental. Like you don't think
because Larry Bird wasn't athletic. Neither is Jokic. Neither is Luka Doncic. So listen, what I'm trying to tell you, Larry Bird a dog these boys. Not playing. But who else? It was somebody else. I like what Karl Anthony Towns is doing individually, but Minnesota ain't making no noise. It's another guy that I feel like I'm forgetting in the West.
On the West.
And it's not LeBron because I'm going to the Lakers, but it's somebody else. Maybe they'll come back to me. Somebody else out in the West that I feel like is really playing well, but their team not really doing. Dame Lillard.
The Clippers?
The Clippers, I mean, it's not them. Without Paul George, Paul George going to come back, but he's missed so much. And without Kawhi, though, I just don't see him really. I see him doing just as much as last year, probably less than last year. But Ty Lue's a hell of a coach, so that goes a long way. I don't know, because I see them being in a lot of games, like making games real interesting for a lot of people, sneaking some, here and there.
Do they ever come back healthy though? At the end of
not this year.
Oh, shit.
Not this year, because Kawhi's not going to play for the whole year. So.
Right. But Paul George ain't, he ain't gonna come back soon enough to do no damage.
Yeah, he'll be back not too long after the AllStar break, I do believe, but it's not yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just don't, like I said, I seen the team without him, and they've won some games. I mean, Reggie and the Morris twin, they play well. They play really well for him, for real. But I don't know. Like I said, I seen what they did last year. I think they can get about that far. That's as far as I see them getting, and that's just a wrap.
You think if they lose this year, how much time you think they got?
I think
these guys.
I think Kawhi Leonard is exceptional. So you get him back. If him and Paul George, when we got.
When the last time Kawhi played?
Yeah, I know.
Some games. His last best season
against Dallas, wasn't it? Again in the playoffs. Didn't he get hurt?
No, just talking about through a season. I just don't.
Oh, just a whole season.
Yeah, not even a whole season. He didn't play enough games to win MVP the 1 year. Just saying now that he won the championship. I don't think he played. How many? Yeah,
that was the most low management ever that year.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't think I don't think he can do it. I think he's gonna get hurt.
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it through the whole thing.
Yeah, I think his last days was.
Shit, there it is. Then I mean, because I could see that too. So I mean, I'm not. There's nothing for me to vouch for.
He can still be good, but that domination, he can't keep playing. Mm-hmm. He can't play a certain amount of games. It's crazy.
Right. What about the Lakers, man? It's kind of surprising that they're this bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're like ninth in the West right now. Like they were 3 games back out of 500, under 500, and that, I mean, it's almost shocking. It really is.
Legacy tied to their situation too, so that make it a whole different
because
pressure.
They're the Lakers.
Yeah, it's like LeBron there. It's like the experiment of it.
Yeah.
How many years you got with this? You got Anthony Davis to kind of go into the future, but Mr. Glass, he can't stay on the floor.
Nah, he gonna get hurt. He out 6 weeks now for his ankle. When he come back, I just think to myself, how long he gonna play? So I give him about 3 weeks, then he be hurt again for a week or a game or two. It's always something with Anthony Davis, man. And I wish that could go away for him because he is he's so talented, but it's something missing with Anthony Davis to me. Like he just don't. That dog that you clearly see that Giannis got, he don't have that.
For sure.
He don't have that.
He has it. He done had it on spurts, but I feel like he get hurt so much that maybe he's so tentative sometimes when he come back. Like he always trying to fight an uphill battle. Then he get back right, and as soon as he in his zone, where he playing great like last year in the playoff, like he get hurt.
Yeah, you think so? You think it's like a mental thing?
Probably. I mean, probably because he a dog. I done seen him. Because I said the same thing. The Giannis like kind of exposed him in certain ways.
Excuse me.
But still, when I think about Anthony Davis, him at his best, seeing him, it's like, damn. Like,
yeah, when you think about him at his best, then it's like that's what make you mad a little bit. Like, man, come on. Well, at least for me, because I know that he got it in him. Know that he do.
But when even when he don't got it in him, it don't seem like he's scared. It's just like he just ain't doing it.
It's like he don't be engaged sometimes. Like he just seem like he real laxed. Like he just ain't.
Yeah, he ain't.
It seem like he can go harder.
Either,
no, he ain't.
So that make it, rough if you ain't kind of showing. You know what I mean? Like you super mad or like that kind of kill it for those kind of guys. But still, I feel you. You want more out of him.
You just want more out of him, and he probably what he averaged with 24. He averaged some good numbers to be honest, but it's like
just he can do it in his sleep a little bit, so you kind of like, bro,
come on, man, come on, and but that's to be expected as far as throughout the season. When Anthony Davis missing games, getting hurt, I expect that. What I'm more so on with the Lakers is the construct of the team. You're right, they constructed this team. With these big names, what I'm saying, pretty much. And, Brown was telling people earlier, keep that same energy when they were saying that they was old and, blah, blah, And, rightfully so. I mean, I guess he going to talk his stuff too. But they really just look old sometimes, man. They get they just be getting ran out the gym.
Right.
Trying to be nice, but they just old, man. It's shout out to Bron, though. I mean, shout out Melo. I mean, because they had some good games. I just don't. Melo consistently, I don't know if he could do it. Bron consistently is still busting ass, like for real, he is killing cats, like him individually.
Yeah,
but he
ain't got that energy enough it don't lift the whole team no more.
It's not lifting the whole team. That's where I was going. It's not lifting the whole team.
Because even at his best, he could still get other people involved. Even if they was playing out of position for him, they could still be involved. But now it's just like, I ain't got the energy for all that.
Right.
He know the game so well. He can play it so easy. Of course, he can score and, get his numbers. But people just watching, they know. You be like, damn.
His impact on winning ain't the same.
Yeah, it ain't there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It wasn't supposed. I feel like the plan was
for him to be playing the back.
And all I got to do, the whole thing, the reverse magic and Kareem. It's like, dude.
And it ain't going that way. That's why he got to score so damn much. Well, how much blame do you give Westbrook in this whole thing?
For this,
for what's going on in LA.
You can't. I mean, I guess you can blame Westbrook for just not being able to be a whole nother person before you got him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's all you can do.
It's been this way.
He's been like this. What they think he's gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean? They know he ain't got it no more. Like, as far as the explosiveness to correct all the mistakes. And now the mistakes is, they upside the talent.
He's just always really been a high turnover guy. Like, he's, he just got the numbers where he would get the assist and the triple doubles where, you're not even paying attention to it. But really, the way he plays now is the same way I've been seeing Russell Westbrook play. It's just maybe because he's under these lights in LA. You know what I'm saying? It's just brighter, shining on him. But yeah,
I mean,
he gets good numbers.
I agree. I agree in one sense. But I disagree. He always played the same, but when you play the same and you at your most athletic peak, that shit is so dominant that's the reason why you winning. But once that shit slip and you don't got all the kind of skills that other people might be able to develop, and you couldn't develop them, maybe to turn away, fade away on, consistently, you left with that type of game, and you just ain't that explosive and can jump over people no more. This shit worked. Shit, anybody would love to have Westbrook's career.
Right.
He just, Dwayne Wade did it. Iverson did it to different degrees. Anybody that's that athletic and that's what they depend on the most, and they shit ain't really that great.
Right.
Once that diminish,
right,
that's what you turn to.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck it. But they knew it. It's the Lakers' fault to blame. LeBron, whoever, was like, this shit right here gonna work. I mean, nah. Because he gonna get in there and play his style. And when shit ain't falling apart,
you can't expect him to. What you gonna change him into?
And I feel like y'all brought him in here for that. Y'all wanted him to really be in there and try to score some buckets.
Right.
When y'all resting and, you got to score. You don't got to worry about not having a third scorer somewhere out there.
Right.
I feel like he'd be a good 3-man, like on the low. Like, oh shit, he'd be a great third. Because anytime
he need the ball, man. He's used to being the guy.
Yeah.
So it just I can't never thought it would work, and it's not. And they are who they are right now. You know what I'm saying? I see him making the play-in tournament. Now don't listen, man. At any given time. Now, I would be surprised this year. I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if they just start turning on, start balling because of it's LeBron. But this year with this team, it ain't about that for mine. They're just a bad team. They're not good. They don't play defense. Yes, I don't really see it happening for them at all. But moving over to the East, though, man, things just got real interesting in the East with the trade with Harden and Ben Simmons, who ain't played in I don't know how long. But I always think about what Ben Simmons can do versus what he can't do. I just think he probably about to be a beast in Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been a beast since we seen him for the last few years. I mean, I understand, whatever.
Him not shooting.
Yeah, that's only one game out of a lot that I seen him play before that.
I mean, he don't shoot no jump shots for real, and it can be a problem. But I think that he took it so personal, like it was at him. So I mean, people love to tell you don't take it personal when they was talking about you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he I think he really felt the way about with Joel, how Joel and Doc handled things afterwards. And he didn't want to play with them cats no more. He was done.
Absolutely.
So just thinking back on his time in Philly, he never really shot jump shots, but he still got buckets.
He balled.
So you know what I'm saying. He still D the hell up. He still can dime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he drop dimes, get boards, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
and he gonna be liking where he at
It's gonna be. He about to play well.
Yeah,
I think he gonna play well. James Harden and my thoughts on the James Harden to Philly though is, obviously James is, so he out cold. You know what I mean? So he can cut it on and get it cracking at any time. But with Joel playing like Joel, which I love to tell people that I've been said that he was the best dude because I remember calling it when he was in his. I just seen a workout of him before he even played for Philly, going to the league right before the draft, and I called it like, this dude right here, and it's just all coming to light now. But I'm afraid that James Harden game. I'm hoping that it doesn't affect Joel in the wrong way. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
You don't think it will?
Nah. I think James want to be there. He want to feed it to him. It's the perfect situation. That's where he's been trying to go anyway. So,
all right.
I think he'll be all right. He got everything there for him.
I could see it. I could see that because when, if you thought about James in Houston, the James in Houston did not go to Brooklyn. Look, he you know what I'm saying? He kind of, he might have did that every now and then where he just went nuts. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, he fit in with the guys. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to be what he was in Houston, Mm-hmm. And I could see him going over here and then, falling into what Doc and them got going on over there too. And then, he going to get his game off regardless.
He wanted to be in Philly, though. That's where he wanted to be. That's where Morey went.
Mm-hmm.
So that's his old manager. If Doc don't get it jumping, I'm sure D'Antoni will be in there next year.
Mm-hmm.
He in the perfect situation. That's where he want to be. He gonna try to make it work like a motherfucker with Joel Embiid. That was his first choice when he was trying to get out of Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And he, seen a great situation. Let me try it.
Right.
James always got his eyes on the goddamn prize, which is really him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I respect that about James. James, I know he want to win a championship just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
James strike me as that person. He'll be cool if he don't. He'll be like, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would never know that he's super mad.
Right.
I think James don't show you none of that shit.
Yeah, he just be
James
chilling.
Be like,
Celtics said all this shit. They be kind of up and down.
Yeah, I seen the Celtics probably about a month ago. It's back when Jalen was going off. And it's funny because he went off right when I was saying, like, bro, y'all ain't gonna make it together, man. Like young athletes don't never make it together. Like if they that young. I feel like I was saying this to you or something. Like they just take away from the other one at that developmental stage. One of y'all gotta go. If it's just we done seen it. T Mac and Vince Carter, Penny, Shaq, Kobe. Shaq worked for a minute, but they just was young. If they was older and came to that shit, maybe. But Tatum better than Jalen. Like this is when I was watching a month ago. That's what I was examining. Maybe I had heard something, seen something. I don't know. Jalen, his ISO package kind of limited. I feel like Tatum got like more work all around.
Tatum just better than him. Yeah, they both good, but Tatum better.
But I don't know. I haven't seen recently how it's been gelling, and if they've
been playing well lately. They've been playing well lately. I think I know I seen Marcus Smart get hurt. I'm not sure if how hurt he is though. Because he's like, to me, he's their Draymond for them.
Right.
They just haven't had the success like that, but he's that piece for them. But I mean, they ain't, besides talking about them two, we ain't really talking about too much, I think when we go to East, you're talking about Brooklyn, Philly, Milwaukee. And then some other guys who deserve to be mentioned. But I think we're really talking about Brooklyn, Philly, and Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Right. But Chicago, though.
Chicago, yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is like, he playing like Jordan or something. I don't know. This nigga is balling like ridiculous, bro.
He ironically was bashed for always taking mid-range shots because that's what he's good at. He didn't remember because he came through kind of when they adapted to the three. Everything was a three.
Yeah.
And they're like, he got to step back and shoot them threes. You remember this. It was like criticism of his game.
Yeah.
And now he's getting a lot for the same game. Because, he looked up to Kobe. He just wanted the mirror. He wanted those type of moves.
Yeah.
And now, it's working, and he done learned to shoot the three a little bit, but he's sticking to what he know, but he's doing it different and confident now. Like, man,
super
I ain't
effective.
Trying to change. Like,
ain't no need to.
But to perfect what I can do.
Right. Yeah, I love what DeRozan doing. I'm surprised that he is. Well, I just didn't expect for him when he went to Chicago. I'm thinking he going to help Levine, And now it feels like he's the guy and Levine is helping him. Not to, I ain't trying to pair them against each other like that but I'm just telling you what I see. Like, clearly it's like that's DeMar DeRozan team at this point, you know, and Levine is the second guy. And that's a good second guy to have.
Now I was about to say psychologically, where you come from the Spurs, it's almost like that New England thing. You'd be looking like, damn, if you didn't get it cracking there.
Right.
Okay, you might be on the slide. Right. This dude, we see what he doing. He coming up. So you would look at it like I get it. Like you'd be like, Zach Villate seemed like he was more trending.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker DeRozan was like
DeRozan done made a comeback somehow.
Like, nah, I ain't done.
Most ridiculous comebacks I ever seen, but it's he is baller, bro. He is baller, man. But the Miami Heat deserve mention, and they like tops right now. Like they really probably who I should mention first, you know, for what they're doing right now. But just in the long run, like I said, I see Brooklyn, Philly, Milwaukee, but Miami is really doing their thing, man. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and then Hero.
Yeah,
and Duncan Robinson. Oh, he shoot the lights out, bro.
All of them,
yeah. They got some pieces out there.
I'm never surprised how far they make it.
Yeah, I think Eric Spoelstra is a great coach. I really do.
Like one of the greatest.
Yeah, I really do.
Organization too, just top from the bottom. It's kind of
yeah.
They got that regiment where you got to lose body weight, fat count, and all that. They get you the best in shape. It seems like in every player.
I think that's Pat Riley.
Yeah, that's the way, you know, contract. Yeah, like, that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
you know,
Pat Riley running that thing. They doing it right out there. I mean that's always been said about him too. Like you know, the organization in Miami. You was even saying you think Brown should have just stayed there for real.
Yeah, he could have stayed there. He could have probably. Because, you know, Pat Riley ain't going to sit back and just be like, all right, we got LeBron. You know, he going to sit back and retool. They lose that, you know, whatever. But I understand the situation at hand is different. You got to do what you got to do in that moment.
Right.
You know, at that time, Cleveland, shit, they had, in his mind, kind of fucked him over.
Yeah.
He feel like he learned how to do it the right way. You know, he can go back home and, you know, maybe get it done.
What he learned,
you know what I mean?
And he did, and he left, and he bounced.
Especially when you see a situation one situation getting bad, like, hold on, this shit kind of going down. I don't know if I'm, you know, I learned this from the last lap. Now, let me stay here long like I did in Cleveland. I'm out, you know. Cleveland 4 years, okay.
Right.
Nah, L.A. here I come. I ain't doing this no more.
I ain't doing this shit no more. Got me once. So, all right, let me ask you this, though. Going into the AllStar break, who you got as your midseason MVP?
I would have to say
some good candidates.
You see, we got probably Giannis. I'll probably go back with Giannis.
You go with Giannis?
Yeah, I feel like Giannis. He MVP just because what he done did in the last few years. He always been up for MVP. He won a championship last year. You know, and he just defended it. It's almost like he on some Jordan shit, but quietly, because he got the same exact numbers as Embiid.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just he don't like. It's important because he just won. He doing the same shit. Right. It's almost like, damn, if he in a situation where like. My number's just as good as every time I done won MVP. Like he ain't kind of that type of shit. So.
Well, Jokic was MVP last year though, right?
Right. Jokic won last year.
Right.
And then, but I'm saying Giannis has always been either two.
Yeah.
Like he
always right
you
there.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
But his numbers is always almost literally the same. Where, damn, you just gave it to him for this. Like we just giving it. It's almost like they giving it to somebody else.
Yeah, and he having another hell of a defensive year too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that whole combined. You know, because his MVP, it ain't. MVP and defense MVP is so weird in the NBA because MVP is the MVP of the league. It ain't offensive MVP because they got that.
Right, so why you got a defense?
But so it's so weird. But
it's a good call.
He do it all though. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you go Giannis, and I think the last thing I seen that was talking about the watch for MVP, I think he might have taken over the top spot. But then him and Embiid played again, so they probably swapped. So I imagine it's Embiid as the front runner right now. He's my front runner right now, and He just cold. I mean, I would say him. Close second, Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going. I mean, it don't matter. I'm just giving you a list now. I mean, but Embiid, Embiid is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Embiid is my guy because I can go down a list of people and give a couple honorable mention names, but I would have to pick Embiid, and Giannis it would be right there. Mm-hmm. He could take that spot over at any time, and we'll see what happens though. For real, who you do you even know who's in the dunk contest?
Not one person, man. Nah, I know Toppin, right?
Yeah. Obi Toppin. Shout out UD.
Is Anthony's boy in the dunk contest?
Cole Anthony.
Okay.
Yep. Jalen Green, and then that Toscano guy from Golden State. Guy named Toscano.
Yeah, that's when I said it should have been Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah, I think so too, Gary Payton Jr. But who you going with if you got to go with one of these guys? I'm tending to go Obi just because I'm just putting the UD on it.
Just because UD on it?
Yeah.
He going to do that between the legs, and that's going to piss me off. So
he do it so much?
He just do it too much.
Right.
He done killed the East Bay Funk. All right. But I fuck with him. But I like short guys, so I love to see like an Anthony or somebody. I like when they get up.
Right,
they be nastier, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I ain't going to give a fuck.
Regardless.
Nah.
Yeah, to me it's really the dunk contest. It just ain't the same. I look forward to the 3-point contest more than anything. So in the 3-point contest, you got Desmond Bane from Memphis, Luke Kennard from the Clippers, Zach LaVine, Chicago, C.J. McCollum from the Pelicans. It sounds weird, but from the Pelicans, Patty Mills from Brooklyn, Karl Anthony Towns from Minnesota. You got Van Fleet from Toronto and Trae Young from Atlanta. It's some shooters, man. Who you rolling with?
Damn, the 3-pointer is so hard, man, because it's so different taking it off that rack and shooting. And then
I think I'm going Luke Kennard. I think that's probably the dating shit too, but he really got a strap though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm gonna root for Luke Kennard the same way I did Daquan.
Yeah, I got you.
It'd be kind of sweet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Be good too.
I ain't mad at it.
So
I ain't mad at it at all.
So that's what I'm gonna ride with there. But let's get to the game. Did you see before I get to the game? Did you see any of the other joint? The
celebrity joint.
Not so much the celebrity joint, but the Rising Stars. I like how they did that.
How they do it?
They come with 4 teams. So you had Team Peyton, Wilkins, Rick Barry, and one more, Bill Walton.
Okay.
They have 4. Yeah, pretty sure it was Walton. It's 4 teams, and they drafted out of the pool of players, and they played to 50. So the first 2 games are to 50. The winners of those games play for the championship, and they got to go to 25.
Okay.
And to 75.
2s and 3s.
Yeah. They play a regular game, but they playing. Yeah.
They got okay.
Yeah. They.
Ain't no clock on it.
Nah, it's the clock. They play regular game, but the target score is 50.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you win, then you move on to a championship game, and then y'all 2 teams play up to 25.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and I think it's to equal 75 for the 75-year anniversary or whatever. Okay. But so team, I think Rick Barry team won, and Kay Cunningham ended up getting MVP of the whole thing. But it was kind of interesting. It was kind of sweet for me. Yeah, just a little format, having them feeling like they got a challenge, and you know what I'm saying, they ain't just out there just
make it competitive.
BSing, right. But in the same thing with the All-Star game, for real, you know what I'm saying? So I love the setup of the All-Star game. Who do you think is going to take it this year? You got Durant's team, got Embiid, Ja Morant, Tatum. Shout out Andrew Wiggins. That was, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for that dude. Trae Young, LaMelo Ball, Devin Booker, Rudy Gobert, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton. Happy for this dude too, DeJounte Murray, Karl Anthony Towns, and Draymond Green, who's not playing.
Okay.
And Eric Spoelstra, the coach. So that's their squad. And then you got Team LeBron. Obviously LeBron, who I believe is playing. Giannis, Steph, DeMar, Jordan, DeRozan. Jokic. Jared Allen, shout out him, Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic. This kid too, man. Shout out him, John Darius Garland.
Okay.
From Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
That kid can go, man. James Harden, who's not playing. Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, and Fred VanVleet. Just pick one.
Yeah, I just have to throw it up in there. I'll say LeBron squad.
Team LeBron. I'm gonna go with Team LeBron as well. Although I'm going with him because Chris Paul play on that side.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna pick that team exactly because of me just being a Chris Paul fan. But I wouldn't mind seeing Embiid, do it and get the MVP. But we shall see, man. We shall see. All in all, it's been an interesting first half of the season. My biggest takeaway is that the Lakers are trash. Like that's the biggest thing that surprised me. I didn't think that going into the year they was gonna be trash.
Yeah.
They suck. And Phoenix is awesome. But they're no runaway favorite at all, rightfully so. I mean, you got teams that's right there in the West as far as Golden State, and in the East, that's where, like I said, I see Brooklyn, Philly, and Milwaukee.
Healthy Durant all that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like if he healthy with Ben Simmons, and they uplift that mandate, and Kyrie can play every game, they are really going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? If they gel in the way that we all would think in our head that they would, you know what I'm saying, they're going to be a problem. So I'm rooting for Phoenix to take the whole thing, but we shall see. We shall see. Yep. Anyway, man, I appreciate you doing this, brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all keep God first. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated and check for S.Y.S.M. Peace. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M. S.Y.S.M, 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 S.Y.S.M.